Well, hello and welcome back to another Pokemon Master video. Today we're doing floor 30 of Electric Tower, and if you want to watch that run, skip to 7 minutes and 55 seconds. 7 minutes and 55 seconds is when I actually do the run. The first part here is just showing the video that I tried to model, and then a little bit of yapping before that as well. And then after that run, I do a little bit of yapping about my setup. But anyways, this run is incredibly luck-based. For example, flinching. As you see there, the Zapdos flinched at the very beginning of the fight, and Zapdos is able to flinch pretty inconsistently. It's not as strong of a flincher as, for example, Academy Hugh, but he is able to flinch AoE. And this fight, you're really relying on the flinching sync move cheese, which is using a move right after your sync move before they can use a move, so that your next sync move only takes 3 rounds of attack instead of 4 rounds of attack. Right, super important to do that. And of course you're using Blue with Flying Guard Lucky Skill. Now this Flying Guard Lucky Skill makes it so that Blue is resistant to Brave Birds, to the sync move of Lugia, to Giga Impact, which is turned into flying type, so that's very strong for Blue, especially since Blue doesn't have endurance. Blue does not have endurance, and so if Blue gets knocked out, then it's kind of over for him. Thunderbolt Red is here to set up zone, but also to do chip damage and lower defense. He's super strong. Even though he is strong, you actually are using the Vigilance Lucky Skill. This person I saw was using a Vigilance Lucky Skill on the Pikachu, which means that it's able to survive that second sync move. Now, the opponent's second sync move is with crit, and so if you get unlucky and your Ash gets crit, then the run is basically over. But if you're able to kind of survive that second sync move with Ash, then your Zapdos has Vigilance from the Luckies, from Sync Grid, and Thunderbolt Red also has Vigilance from the Lucky Skill. You can see here in this run, they actually get 2 flinches before the first sync move. 2 flinches before the first enemy sync move, from my experience, was very rare. I'm gonna upload that video of my entire kind of run, but basically it just never happened for me. Getting 2 flinches before the first sync move basically never happened to me. So if this happens to you, you have a very lucky run. Of course, Ash is here to do the damage. All these characters are at 3 out of 5 copies, so they don't really have anything special in their sync grids at 4 out of 5 copies or 5 out of 5 copies. So 3 out of 5 copies is good enough for all their sync grids. And of course, if you want to upgrade them to 4 out of 4 copies or 5 out of 5 copies just for a little bit extra damage. But Ash is nice here because he is able to just do a bunch of damage. His best buddy's Thunderbolt also does a lot of damage, which is why you're saving Glory of Leadership on Zapdos. You save Glory of Leadership on Zapdos, and you use it right before you use Best Buddy Thunderbolt, just so you can squeeze out that extra bit of damage. Even though your Zapdos isn't gonna do a lot of damage, you still do that. As you see here, this run, they get 3 flinches. So already they have gotten 3 flinches, and they're getting their second sync move in here with Ash. After you get that second sync move with Ash is when you start to do the whole sequencing of making sure you get your Best Buddy Thunderbolt in on time. Also for this run, you do want to keep your Pokemon healthy, so you are going to use a Roost before the second sync move. You want to use one of them to keep your Pikachu healthy, because your Pikachu will die if it's not healed. Even if it's a non-crit sync move, your Pikachu still gets knocked out if it's not healed, so you want to make sure it's healed. And of course you want to make sure your Zapdos is healed as well. Other than that, I think is basically it. In my run, I've noticed that getting frozen by Blizzard is actually run ending, and so you can see here this person actually gets another flinch in right there. It doesn't really matter because at this point the Lugia is already in the sequence of using the sync move, so the flinching doesn't really matter. But you can see here, the person who had this run was able to get a sync move in here, another sync move right before their sync move, and they even have the Roost up. So this person's sequencing already is like super strong. Especially since they got 2 flinches at the beginning of the fight. That's why they are so ahead in the battle. But they use their roost here. Here's Blizzard. Again, if Blizzard gets frozen, then... Or if you get frozen by this Blizzard, then it's over. In this particular run, they actually get paralyzed from before they use the Blizzard. And so this person's able to get really good sequencing. In my opinion, this run was a lot luckier than my run. When you see my run, you'll see it. I don't want to spoil too much about my run, but in my opinion, this person's run was significantly luckier than my run. But I was able to manage to defeat it. They get another flinch here. How many flinches has this person gotten? I think they've gotten like 5 flinches or something like that, which is insane. 2 flinches before the first sync move, 2 flinches before the second sync move, and 1 flinch right here. And yeah, they basically just easily beat this fight with a lot of HP left. They didn't even need to use Not Gonna Lose from Ash. But anyways, that is the run like I mentioned before. It's gonna be a good one, so enjoy the run in a little bit. Alright, so Electric Tower 430. This is gonna be my first run. Haven't done this yet. I did watch the replay, and I kind of wrote down some notes on kind of the HP break point I should be reaching at every level. For this, I do indeed have the Vigilance Lucky skill on Signal Suit Red Thunderbolt, and I do have the Flying Guard on Blue. Now I think Flying Guard makes sense in the sense that I don't take a lot of damage from Brave Birds and the sync moves. With Ash, actually my sync grid is a little bit different. I do have, what is it? Instead of Rejuvenate 6, which I think is useless, I have Pinch Push 3. So honestly, that should make me a little bit stronger. I also noticed that in the replay, their sequencing wasn't the greatest thing in the world. So there's a potential that if I have better sequencing, then things could be good. Alright, again, the goal for the fight is to get very lucky and to get 2 flinches in before each enemy sync move. It sounds simple, but it's extremely rare. I shouldn't say extremely rare, but it's very rare. So if this isn't a flinch, then I need to reset the fight. I'm resetting the fight. "30-second fight here, the 30-second fight. Again, what I need is 2 flinches before each of their sync move. If I can get 2 flinches in before each of their sync move, I am super far ahead. Of course, Ash also needs to not die. If Ash dies to their sync move, to their second sync move, which can crit, then it doesn't matter how good my run is. If Ash dies, then the run's over. And of course, sync move cheeses help along the way. This fight already I got a crit at the best time, which is the beginning of the fight. That means I have more opportunities to hit more flinches before their first sync move. So let's hope that we can get it. Sync move cheese in here. I did get it. Nice. That's super good, being able to use the sync move there. Or using a move after my sync there before they get to use their moves. That means that I can use my sync in only 2 more turns. So already this fight is looking perfect. I mean, this is as perfect as it gets until my Pikachu gets crit. Then I cried. That is a cry moment. Alright. Best case scenario, the Suicune gets flinched here. If this Suicune gets flinched, this run is going literally perfect. I mean, it's going perfect because I got the same move cheese in. I got 2 flinches in before their first 2 flinches in before their first move. No, okay. That's fine. I can still get a flinch here. I can still also get a sync move cheese in here. Yeah, that sync move cheese is impossible. I don't think I've gotten it very often, if ever. Please flinch. I didn't flinch. Okay, that's unfortunate. I only got one flinch in before the first sync move, which is not good. But I'm gonna stick with the run because if I get really lucky, I can still get 2 sync moves in. Oh, I'm sorry, I can still get 2 flinches in before their their second sync move in. Okay, we're gonna keep the run going here. This discharge, I would like it to flinch. Please flinch. And then also I'm gonna... Should I heal? I don't think I can heal yet. I need to keep using discharge. Oh my god, I did get a flinch. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay. I need to use this thundering wing boost right here. Yep. I just need to use it there so that I can get healing in. Okay, let's not freak out. This run is going good, but I need to use... I can still lose this if I don't use electric terrain here, so I need to use electric terrain here. Also, at this point, oftentimes I've been getting frozen. I need to not get frozen here. Please don't get frozen from blizzards, because that ends the run, honestly. That will end the run. So please don't get frozen. Please don't get frozen. Please no one get frozen. Okay, no one got frozen. Okay. I know that sounds crazy, but that has happened and it has made me very sad. Alright. I think they can get flinched here. Oh my god, I got the sync move cheesing if they don't get flinched. I need a flinch here. If I don't get a flinch here, then they're gonna be able to sync. No sync. Okay. Or no, yeah, at that point I should have used glory. Uh-oh. Let me think of what I need to do. I'm gonna attack with Pikachu and then use... I'm gonna need to do this, and this. And then after this Lugia sinks, I'm gonna need to use Best Buddy Thunderbolt here. I need to do that as well. Okay. This and heal. I need to heal. Hopefully Pikachu doesn't get knocked out. It didn't get knocked out. Glassy Glade. I don't think it knocks me out. Okay. Let's chill a little bit and wait for Best Buddy Thunderbolt to fully charge. Okay. Discharge, it needs to crit. I'm sorry, discharge, it needs to flinch here. And I mean, this is as good of a run that has gotten so far. Please flinch or get paralyzed. Oh, no flinch. Okay. That's rough. Suicune's gonna start attacking now. Uh-oh. Okay, I think Lugia is gonna get knocked out by the thunder. So this is good. Hold up. It's still possible. I'm not gonna lose. Giga Impact. Okay. Sync. Please. Please miss that Giga Impact or get paralyzed. It didn't get paralyzed. Okay. Well, hopefully this sync comes in. Oh, the electric train ended. I think I'm gonna try to target the Celebi here. No, Suicune. Okay, hold up. Oh, I should have targeted Celebi. Oh, I got paralyzed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think I got it. I think I got it. There's no way. Because I have endurance. Guys, I did it. It took me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32 runs. I got it. Yes. I could have taken one more move. Okay. That run took me an hour and 30. My video recording is an hour and 31 minutes. I don't know if I should literally include it all. Like if you guys just want to watch the entire run, I might make 2 separate videos. But here it is. Again, inspired off of... Okay, the replay is gone. But there was a replay that I showed at the beginning of this video. Of the proper video where I did the showcase. But yeah, I mean, Vigilance on Signal Suit Red actually was the play, and of course the sync grid. Sync grid looks like this. I just decided to go with something like this. Ash, I think it really, their sync grid didn't include this. I think Pinch Push 3 is super strong. They had Rejuvenate, which is I guess Rejuvenate makes it so that you can consistently get your, you know, best buddy Thunderbolt at max power. But I think this really matters. Like, you saw that I synced that last fight and was able to, you know, clear. So, yeah, it's pretty strong. And of course, the lucky skill is Critical Strike 2. And then blue, Flying Guard. This matters. Okay, actually, I think it matters because I think Giga Impact is flying type. Because I think when they use Giga Impact, it counts as a flying type instead of normal. So the Flying Guard makes it so that your champion blue survives the fight. I think that's super important actually. Especially since he does have endurance, you don't get a second chance with him. So lowering their attack. Electric Repulsion is super strong. Yeah, this one, Electro Repulsion, is super strong. And of course, Vigilance, so that you don't get knocked out by that second sync move. Again, so much things had to go right that fight. You saw it, right? The first sync move, I need to flinch at least once before the first sync move. I think that fight I only flinched once. The second sync move, before their second sync move, I flinched twice. I also got a bunch of sync move cheeses in too. And again, I mentioned sync move cheese. I always talk about it. It's basically when you're able to input your move, like whoever sync moved, you input that Pokemon's move in before they can input their move in. That way, it's like you use 3 attacks, you use 6 attacks, then you use 9 attacks, and then you can sync again. If not, then it becomes like, you know, you reduce it by like 2, and then 3, and then 1, and then so it takes 4 turns to sync instead of 5 or 3 if you sync move cheese, 4 if you don't sync move cheese. So it matters a lot because it saves you a turn. But then at the end there, I got lucky with, I think I got like a few paralysis triggers. I didn't flinch with blue, but again, I was able to do enough damage. So here's the gear. Again, everything is at least 7% increase in sync move. I guess except my bandana. My bandana is technically 6% increase. But there we go. Oh my gosh, that was, I'm so tired. My laptop is actually almost dead too. Like it's taken all the battery off my laptop to record this 1 hour video. So yeah, that's Electric Tower. That one was very RNG, but I did it with, I'm proud to say that I did it without using a single move candy. I didn't use a single move candy on any of my electric type Pokemon. 3 out of 3 red, 3 out of 3 ash, and 3 out of 3 blue was good enough. I did use Plaques of Perfection, but I think ash and red deserve their Plaques of Perfection. That's it. Thank you for watching. You're beautiful the way you are. I mean, it's gonna be hard to top that one. It's gonna be very hard to top that one. Honestly, the only other tower I can do 30 on, I've done 30 on rock, fire, and electric. The only other one I can do 30 is grass. I should have the right characters to do grass at 30 for the most part. This is the team I'm trying to mimic. The only problem is if I upgrade these characters, I don't really have good special attackers. So these floors might be very difficult. The ones where I need to use a special attacker. Like 428 might actually be the most difficult floor instead of 430. But I don't know, we'll see. But again, thank you for watching. You're beautiful the way you are. And yeah, I'm tired.